Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is your boy, the Crypto Siege, with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Guys, I wanted to read something to you real quick, so obviously I had to pull over. I actually printed this out this afternoon, early this afternoon, but I wanted to read it to you. I want you, because I think it's apropos. So I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. I found this on MarketWatch. I think it's marketwatch.com. This is what it says. It says, say goodbye to bank overdraft fees, ? Say goodbye to bank overdraft fees with a ? Fed begins to work on real-time payment system, right? This is by Greg Rock. Consumers will be able to deposit checks on smartphones and have instant access to funds, or pay another individual on the spot using a smartphone. At the moment, the U.S. payment system lags far behind other countries like Japan and Mexico or England, said Aaron Klein, a fellow at the Brookings Institution. The Fed operates America's largest and increasingly slowest. Let me read that again. The Fed operates America's largest and increasingly slowest payment system, he wrote recently. The current system is regressive because U.S. families with cash flow constraints spend billions in overdraft fees, waiting for checks to clear over a weekend or holiday. On Wednesday, the Fed advanced the first step toward a new real-time system. It invited public comments on actions it could take to support faster payments, specifically seeking views on the development of a service for real-time interbank settlement, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In addition, the Fed wants public comment on a liquidity management tool that would enable transfers between Fed accounts at all times. While there is a growing demand for payment, this is a quote from someone who'll be doing something here shortly, so I want you to really pay attention to this. This is a quote. While there is a growing demand for payments to be instantaneous as apps on our smartphones, under the hood, these payments currently rely on a patchwork of systems that can result in inefficiencies and delays, as well as uneven access, said Federal Governor Lael Brainard in a speech at a payments conference sponsored by the Chicago Fed. Here's in parentheses another quote. A 24/7 from her. A 24/7, I think it's a female. I believe it is a female. A 24/7 economy with a 24/7 real-time payments needs 24/7 real-time settlements, she said. Now, guys, this article was written or published on October 3rd of 2018. We all know, those of us in the XRP community know about the Faster Payments Task Force that's been at it for a couple of years now. We know about the FSOC, the Federal Steering Oversight Committee, right? We know, we know, because we're in the know because of the XRP community. The masses don't know. And I brought this up because this is the same person that's going to be speaking on Monday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I did a video, not about this, but kind of similar to this the other day. And one of the comments was, and I asked this person to please expound on, because he said you're reaching a little bit. We're not sure, like you're reaching. It's a stretch. What you're saying is a stretch. And I just commented back and I said, how so? Please explain. Because, you know, it's based on that video, right? Please explain. And that's cool. I appreciate, you know, we can talk, you know, we can talk about it. We can, you know, have an intelligent conversation about it on YouTube comments. That's not a problem. But, and then later on this afternoon, I came across this. Now, I'm certain that someone in the XRP community has already read that article somewhere along the line in 2019. I'm certain of that, right? I'm certain of that. But what I wanted to do was to kind of do a video to just kind of remind you of where you are, kind of remind the community of where we are and where we sit. Because, and like I said in that previous video, I don't think it's an accident. I don't think it's a coincidence that this thing is taking place on Monday. I don't think it's a coincidence that they rolled out Steve Mnuchin and you know and rolled out President Donald Trump, and then they rolled out a couple of hearings, and they got Jerome Powell in these hearings, and then and these Congress people are asking questions about faster payments and grandstanding and saying, look, we could have something like this like yesterday, right? They already know. They already know. And here's the thing that I will tell you, and I hope you guys can get this and you can understand where we are, because we're attached to this company, Ripple, and we're blessed to be able to hold this digital asset that the world needs. That's what I tell you, what a great business mind once said. A great business mind once said, find out where everyone else is going and get there first. What direction are we moving in? We're moving in a faster payment, instantaneous. The financial system is moving in that direction. And what is the one company that has been out there in the game faster, ahead of everyone else? Ahead of everyone else. Right? Ahead of everyone else. And that is Ripple. And you, my friend, if you're an XRP holder, you hold their greatest asset, because that asset provides liquidity, and you hold it. You hold that. And I hope you see that. I hope you see that. You know, if you listen to my videos, you've heard me say not once, if not 1,000 times, you've heard me say, my definition of vision is seeing it before the masses see it. Anyone can hop into the digital asset space during the bull run of 2017. That's not hard to do. Anyone can hop in and see Bitcoin rise up the way that it did. That's easy. It's happening. The definition of vision is seeing it before the masses see it. Right? Helen Keller was once asked, right? Helen Keller, you know, the blind author, right? She was once asked, what's worse than being blind? And she replied, having sight but no vision. Having sight but no vision. You guys get me? You see what I'm saying? You have to know what you have. You have to know what you hold. Right? I mean, there's a reason why the greatest book ever written quotes, a people without vision shall perish. There's a reason for that. You have to know that you know that you know. And I got to be honest with you, I agree with the digital asset investor. It's easy right now compared to 2013, compared to 2014, compared to 2015. I love the story that he tells. And sometime in 2013, he woke up. He has this greatest digital asset, on his wallet somewhere, and he wakes up one morning. It's at 0.005 or something like that. He wakes up one morning to come to find out that the company behind his asset that he holds, XRP, has been fined $700,000 by the FinCEN something or another, right? I think it was FinCEN, right? So that's in the news, right? That's making major news, right? And he holds that. We wake up, in contrast, we wake up, this last month or so we wake up to MoneyGram has gone live with Xrp. We wake up with Visa and MoneyGram are partnering. We wake up with Ripple has signed 99.9% of the banks in India. We wake up with, we wake up in the morning and see, Madame Lagarde hanging out with Brad Garlinghouse. It's easy right now in comparison, right? The definition of vision, guys, is seeing it before the masses see it. I was watching Crypto Eddie's video. She is awesome, man. She is something. So I'm watching, I'm watching the fluff, right? And I believe that was today I was doing this. And she brought up an idiom. It's a Japanese idiom, right? We read it. And she said what it read. She told us what that thing read. And here's what it read. A frog in the well cannot see the great ocean. Right? We have a little saying, right? You can't see the forest for the trees, right? So a frog in the well can't see the great ocean. I was like, man, that's heavy. That's heavy right there, right? And so you know how we say in the States? You know how we say in the States, don't be that guy? Don't be that dude? So here's what I would say to you, my friend, and fellow XRP holders. Don't be that frog in the well that can't see the great ocean. You are blessed. We are blessed. We are in a great spot. You got to know what you have and know what you hold. If you don't, level up your IQ. Level up your XRP IQ. Level up your financial IQ. Level up your digital asset space IQ. All right, guys. I just wanted to bring that to you. I hope you know that you know that you know what you hold. That's my greatest wish for you. So that one day that we can hang out in Liechtenstein, right? So one way we can do that. We can share stories. One day we can share stories about these times. And remember back in 2019. I'm telling you guys, it's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. I feel like, I feel like there's this thing where maybe it's Joe Katz, maybe it's Brad Garlinghouse, maybe it's Stefan Thomas. They're saying, God, we put this thing together. We put this thing together. It is unbelievable. We put it in a way that it's second to none. Why this 31 cents thing, right? And you guys have probably heard this. He said to God, I feel as though they are sleeping on me. And God said, don't worry, my son. I've set the alarm clock, and your time is coming. I want you to know that, guys. I want you to know that your time is coming. Resolve, remain strong, discipline your disappointments. Your time is coming. All right, guys, listen, I just wanted to hop on in and shoot that quick video for you guys. Never, ever forget this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. The battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Let's go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.